Someone's not learning his lesson. One has been fighting his medication because he doesn't want to go to sleep, which means that he's been texting weird shit, not realizing it because this open has him all kinds of weirded out and fucked up when he fights with it. Hasn't drank on it again. He's feeling all weird and out of sorts today. We rolled poorly. So we're gonna go towing. So we're not doing our normal hungover walk because he's not hungover because of the drink. We should probably put the fucking those beer bottles somewhere. We stole Malcolm's walk, by the way. We've successfully figured out Malcolm's walk and we've just stolen it. Take this over and see if it needs fixed. There doesn't seem to be anyone around Politos, which is interesting. So you can get away with just head to the town. Raven's bike over there. If that's Raven's bike, Mikey and that are around. Mikey and Bambi might be around. Oh, we could do the bee stuff. We could do bees. You could do bees. God, I like these slow walks are fucking killing me. Connor, move your fucking slow ass. Move it. We may as well check in. He's seen Sal, which will have sparked his brain to go, I should check in. So that's what he'll do. Okay, it looks like it's just him and Sal around now anyway. If we're going to do bees, we can do bees before we do anything else. And at least that gets him some money, because we're still not financially recovered from fucking our money spends and auctions. We're waiting on Malcolm to come back to us with a date and time that suits him to just dick around for an hour. But also, Connor's not overly pressed on that. That's a joke thing that's going to happen eventually. But we be, and then we go towing to get some rebates. Connor hasn't made any kind of like money or whatnot, and then I'm going to send out some messages to say if you've got anything that you want raised at church. Maybe Paisley used to do it. Particularly for anyone who's not going to be there. But no, it's just oh, you just got hi, yeah. No, it's just the standard thing of, sometimes people want to raise stuff at church or want to pass a message to the group, but they don't because they forget. So it's more just people like Corbin who maybe can't make church, or Aaron who can't make church, return up halfway through. It's a case of, if you want something raised, let me know and I'll make sure to raise it on your behalf and get you the feedback that you would like. We still need to do admin things where we're gonna have to bundle the juniors into a car. Be all like, right, what vehicles have we got? Which ones are your stashes? And then once all of that is gotten, we start moving our way up. But at the minute, we're just doing dailies, which is the bees. Also, Connor's been fighting his sleeping medication, which is causing him to do weird shit in his sleep. So he's texting shit that he doesn't remember. And he's waking up and there's no notifications on his phone because... Oh, no, it's not like weird shit. It's just, he's responding to texts that people are sending him late at night. But he doesn't know he's responding to them because he doesn't know he's texting. Of all of the side effects that we rolled for last night, Connor said the odd random text and or reply is not the worst. Exactly. He's on his Ambien, and when you fight it,
Howdy.
it's not good. But I would... Oh no, we got all of them. Okay, it's normally he throws them on the ground. Yeah, it's not unlike that. So when he looks at his phone, he's all like, oh, I remember doing this because I got up and I didn't see any messages, so I just did. He doesn't remember texting Ivy. He doesn't remember texting Ollie. He hasn't really paid that much attention because he did the pay this morning. And he's walking like Malcolm because I needed a walk where he was kind of like slow and out of sorts looking, but not the one that I use for when he's been on the drink. Yeah. Ali sent him something like Connor check, and he sent back Connor's fine, which I think freaked her out. And then he's like, I'm fine. And then she was trying to call him, and he was just like, the phone's not working. Like, why is my phone making all of these lights and boops and stuff out there? And then he went to bed thinking about the pet combo. Should have been, yeah. Connor's not right. Connor can't come to the phone right now. Said in Connor's own voice. There should be a scraper in this van. So the panic was fair? Yeah. I'm pretty sure if Ali had a key to Connor's house, she might have come over to check on him and she would have just found him sleeping, heavily medicated in his bedroom. But watch Connor Rabbit once he realizes what's happening. You know, people think he's not very responsive at the minute. Just you wait. Just you wait till he just starts to fold back in on himself. Oh, I need one of her hives back. Yeah, that'll be just. That's creepy. Yeah, yeah. That's creepy. I know I can play Connor like a little freak, but that's creepy. Anyway, I had a scraper down here. Let's gently pull this queen out of here. But yeah, we do this daily and then we'll get it handed in and then we just look to see if there's any transports going because Connor could be doing with the transport. Like generally, you know, a nice 6k, 4 to 6k. What Connor needs to do is to stop flirting with Decker when Gothy's there because he is angling for a fucking stabbing there. Even if it's all in very light-hearted jest, because if you notice that when Connor kind of half flirts with Decker, it's never to the same intensity as any of the other blokes that he flirts with, because he knows Gothy'd fucking kill him. Connor might be stupid, and he might play with fire, but he can recognize someone who is very much a "don't you look at my man" kind of energy. It was so funny. Massively aggressive hip thrusting that he was doing in the club the other night. But Connor, equal opportunist. He tipped Gothy, he tipped Decker, and he tipped Ali on their dancing. He didn't take tip Brigsby or the other one because one, I couldn't see their scenes for ages. Um, they were low down and purple. Exactly. He'll play with fire. He'll touch a thing that hurts him. But it's a controlled hurt to a point. Like he can be self-destructive, but he's not suicidal. In the same way that everyone thinks he's an alcoholic, but he's not. He can not drink whenever he wants. He doesn't need the drink. He doesn't, you know, wake up fiending for alcohol. He likes it, but he can't just be all like, "No, none of that today." As if he was an actual alcoholic, he'd have probably lost his fucking CDL a long time ago. And his license. Or needs to put his own labels down. I heard a bike. Just wait. I can still hear a bike. I know Sal's around on his bike. Unlikely to be driving behind the chicken factory. Maybe doing the twink. Yeah, we're just big chilling. We'll do some dailies. And then, as the song implies, we will hunt for Ruby. Wait, this isn't the Ruby song. This Take Me Out. Wrong song. Yeah, I heard the Ferdinandine of France. And I was like, yeah, France Ferdinand. They do the Ruby song, don't they? No, it was definitely Take Me Out. They're definitely a very similar sounding bands. Those. It's one of many empty bottles. Oh, so the reason why Connor's wearing the glasses because he doesn't want people looking at him. It's this new thing. I don't know if I'll keep him in the glasses for a long time, as in like permanently. Not like he's been evasive, but he definitely wants a layer between him and the interactions of peoples, you know. Because he's not wearing the fully blacked out ones because I don't think the fully blacked out ones look normal when he's dressed like this. But yeah. Connor texts Ivy and Ali enough to not be concerned that their names are like close to the top of his texting list. He doesn't realize he was texting them last night. So if any of them come back to him, he's just going to be very confused. Well, we got our contract all done with his. Well, at least the initial draft. So it's now been sent to Joey. So we get Joey to, do any feedback on that. Yes, Connor did also get the little flirt in with his. Cause funny. Also in text. Also in a way that he has just come back and was like, nice. Well, I'll show you that in a minute. Also, do I sound alright? Because My ears are messed up today, so I sound funny to myself, so I don't know how loud I am to everyone else. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. One of these days, you're going to tell me I'm good, and I'm really not going to be good. I'm going to sound all roboty and shit, just because it's funny. All right, what? Look, we want slightly happier music. I will never know. I will never know. Yeah, true, because I hate listening to my own voice back. So, like, the only VOD that I have actually went and looked back on was the Project Zomboid one, where we were being little shits and stealing from the rich community, and that's only because it was just so funny. It was just so funny. Like, I was dying laughing when we did it, and God, I had a good laugh when I watched it back. Oh God. Yeah, no, that was one of the highlights. I think. Like, don't get me wrong, I had great crack on the Project Zomboid server that Louisville locked in. You know, the way the different stories went, etc., etc. All very, very fun. There were some great, just random moments that happened. Um, but that's one of my fucking highlights. Yeah, the fucking creepy attic. Yeah, the cock sofa. Yeah. Oh, it was a great night all round that one. Right, Connor, come on, just get the frames going. I hear there's been some new changes on the Build 42 multiplayer stuff. So I kind of really want to play a Project Zomboids. But I'm ruined for the single player aspect of it. Like, I can't play the single player anymore. It's too lonely. Like, don't get me wrong, it's lonely enough being in the apocalypse with, you know, a mate. But on your own, too lonely. I do hear someone driving around the bike. Someone's farming, because I can see the plants. Even the random night where we got the broadcast through and we spent it building that fucking helipad. I think we can't. No, it has to be a server. But is the testing server not still up for Build 42? Because we could just jump back on that if unless DJs pulled it down. Which again, it wouldn't shock me if he did, seeing as no one had been on it. Because we're either going to get on there and all of our animals are going to be dead, or no one has played, so, all of the animals are fine. But we had like a fucking million piglets. Too much bacon. Too much bacon. I'm gonna tell you now, the Alt E is great, but I'm still getting used to it. Yeah, we could definitely have a Project Zomboid day. We need to have a plate up day as well. God, the panic of plate up. At least with Overcooked, you just go on to the next level. But when your business gets just shut the hell down, you're just like, no, all my progress. Now that I have a vague notion of what we're doing. Yeah, no, I'm down for a Project Zomboid day. Maybe a little Project Zomboid weekend. The shutdown on day 15. I don't think we managed to get past day 5. The only one that we got really far in, I say really far, was the coffee one. And that's only because all you had we were building for just like coffees and iced coffees. No, come back, Queen. We're nearly done with the bees. Nearly done with the bees. Yeah, yeah. The fact that you got in and you were just like, right, let me box myself into this kitchen. That was kind of funny. Never, you just built yourself into a corner, and you were like, I can min max all of this. Yeah, exactly. We were just like spinning in a circle, and everything Yaya can touch is inside the circle. But do you know what? It was efficient. I was just getting myself into nuisanceness by just standing in Casey's way. They were pushing her out of the way. Right, so I think we're going to take out the newer tow truck just to get a feel for it. It's not my favourite to drive. I will admit that. Not my favourite. I think the mule still up there with my favourite of all of them. It's just such a fun little tippy truck. Because it's just a little Tonka truck. But because it's Monday, we're very unlikely to get a transport today because they'll have done all of the transporting over the weekend. You could have said anything and we'd have agreed with you. Yeah, yeah. I don't think me and Casey had ever played the game before, so we were just like, pff. Yeah, yeah, saying it with confidence. So we bowl. So what we need to do is we need to bring one of these queens with us and put it in a box for Inday, so it lasts longer. Because when her bees got taken, that is what do you call them? Sterling. Sterling with the boyfriend. Doing Camden's bees. If they're saying something, I can't hear them. He doesn't bite, boys. You can come over and say hi. I don't think he's getting a hi. What do you think, guys? I don't think they're going to come over and say hello. To be fair, he does when asked. That's an interesting one. Hey, folks. We mustn't. We bought 100 of these, so why is this wrong? So honey, 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 honey. In 20, 30, 40, 50. No, it is 100. Interesting. No, don't do that. Right, there's his 200. Put the queen back in. Oh yeah, no, he definitely bites. He definitely bites. We're dipping out of here. Because Sterling's unlikely to have a very high opinion of Conor at the minute, given that he's Camden's friend. We need to go and get Camden's vehicles from around Conor's house. So he's gonna take this guy's gonna take his happy little ass off to drop his bees down. Put a queen in the box for Inday. Bannery on for Inday. to start making enough money that we can purchase, I think, the bison. We might purchase the bison for going hunting. Not that Connor needs to go hunting anymore because Gogo's and that's all stocked up with Darius and that. But Connor only ever went hunting because he quite enjoyed it. Like he went hunting because he just wanted to go shoot things. Specifically. Not because of any mad love for like actually going hunting.
Pleased to see you.
I think I can do this. How do I put the bee in it? Because this is the empty box. Because it's empty, so we might have to go up to the beehive with it. We could try that. No, I can just pick it up. So I might take it up to the hive. And then... Oh, hello.
Hello.
I have bee stuff.
I love bee stuff.
Yeah, both of us are walking slow. I also should
Oh.
have a queen for you, but I'm figuring out how to put her in the box.
Oh, yeah, I don't think you have to put her in the box. I could, maybe? Question mark?
You want me to just leave that stuff in there and just grab it, put it in the box instantly?
I don't
Well,
understand
she's
how
not
that
in the
works.
box because it's just empty. So I'm going to go up and see if I can't. She has to be coaxed out of the hive into the box. But I also have
maybe.
one gently in my pocket here. But I didn't want you to be on a time crunch, which is why I was trying to put her in the box.
At all your bee things?
It should be 100 honeycomb and then 100 jars. Yes, that's all the stuff. So it should be just 200. He's got bees around him at the minute because he's got bees in his pocket. Can you hear them buzzing?
state ID.
13345. When did you check in? She did not. Not
And
since
then
I
I already
checked
got
in
you
and
put
out.
in here.
I want to figure out how the boxes work as well. So this is a good excuse to buy one.
All right, you know the Scoob. Payments will go out soon. I put these away.
Are you hanging around here? You
No,
meet me
I
in Palitos,
go back.
and we can
up
try and
to
get you in
hotel.
Bandrion. Also, we've been running around mentally because you look a bit stiff.
No, I just had a very good night.
Sly dogs. Sly dogs. I like using the different
No, I'm
walks.
just going back up to Pluto. Meet you by the hives.
Yes, that sounds perfect. You know, I've always heard that, round 3 or 4 loosen you back up again.
Praise be.
Filth, dirt. My Christian Mind server. Minecraft server. Connor cannot speak. He's a fucking hallion for it. Absolute dirt. We do this, and then we go towing, guys. That's the kind of Monday that we're on for. That was funny, though. I just had a really good night. Fair. I love fucking around with the walks. The walks are such a good way to try and visually convey that there's like something has changed. I both love and hate Connor's use of the Business One walk for when he's very hungover, because it's so slow. This one's good because it's slow, but he's not quite as like he's not stiff. He's just kind of like walking through treacle is what I would imagine it. So this works out because we've got to give Indy Maeve, which is what Connor has called the queen of his second hive. He's got Aoife and Maeve. Who's that? Kiki, maybe? This little green coloured car there. It look like Kiki's car in the dark. Right. Experimente. Do you know what's funny though? When I see the business walkthrough, I just think of Parade. So I think he used it. How do we do this? If you go to remove, we're grabbing the queen. Are we putting the queen in the box? Is the queen going in the box? Right, you have received a queen. It is still empty. Okay, I don't know how to use this. So we're gonna have to ask someone. Yeah, when I was eyeing up the hives for which queen I was gonna give up, I figured you'd take Maeve over Aoife. Yeah, the Reggie might. Yeah. Is
This
the
one
backup
is
bees? Is it this one?
well, this is generic queen in there. I don't want a generic queen. I want a Connor queen.
Let's put in Maeve, Con's queen. You make good honeys, you know. There we go. All sorted.
Thank you. Now I gotta move this
You're
with my
welcome.
Gemma. So sweet. She gifted me a hive.
Put this other one back in here. Yeah, there's certain people I associate walks with. Like the fast version of this is the one that I associate with JT. It turns out none of the queens wanted to go in the box, and I don't know why.
I don't know how those boxes work, to be honest.
Oh, same. But, you know, it was a chance for science, and I'll never miss that.
We do love science in this house. That is true.
You farming as well, or are you just doing the bees?
That's what I was doing up there to begin with.
See again?
Oh, sorry, I was whispering. I did my farming stuff earlier. That's why I was up there to begin with. Turn in my produce.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I love doing the intake stuff. I'm hoping I can get on the produce intake. That would be really cool.
It's a good way to meet people.
It's a great way to meet people. I've met several Joneses. I had a whole family of Joneses and didn't even know it.
Yeah, keeping up with each other.
They can't keep up with me.
Exactly. There's only one Joneses to be keeping up with, but they can't catch you.
You come with me, Beehive.
Yoink.
We're gonna go over here with our other bee friends. Live in a whole bee condo complex.
The bee commune.
I had an idea. What if Harold stole my hives?
Do you think that man's out in the wilderness going, I need bees?
I need bees.
I heard the angry beastins going, decided
them.
that,
I love them very much. I had one follow me last night.
Okay, so my yelling in the woods with a smoker isn't as crazy as it looked.
No, it worked out really well because all of a sudden I've been hearing bees following me. And I know that sounds crazy, but it's true.
It doesn't sound crazy. I thought I'd heard one over by the bank, just a very loud, angry bee, but when I looked, I couldn't find it. But, I had heard a helicopter quite soon after that, so it probably went chasing.
Probably. Beastins do be being. And stunning.
See, some of these runs and these interesting walks just aren't great. Ugh.
I'm going to be decorating most of the day. Maybe. I've got almost done with 2 projects.
Yeah, how's Knox's place coming on?
Pretty good, actually. That is like 92% of the way done. That's one of the ones I want to finish up today. That's going to be a pretty penny payday. I just have like 1.5 rooms to finish.
I will be doing indie mind checks then, because I know you know to eat, but sometimes it gets away on you.
Sometimes it does. That is absolutely true.
Question.
Yes.
Was Night mentioned about sending a message out to try and encourage people to church tomorrow? How do we do that without giving the game away?
We can just let them know. We need as much participation as possible tomorrow. I am also going to start sending people to you for we're going to talk about it at church this week, about approaching you through the week with things that they need to bring up at church in an attempt to try to curb 2 3-hour churches. So whether you want to start a document or something along those lines in a place to kind of keep track of anything that needs to be brought up in church, you can more than do that. Do you remember the days too of the website? We had that little laptop website we could go to. I tried setting up something like that. It is well beyond my scope.
I could look into it. That's what the document on the
Mm-hmm.
burners is supposed to be,
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it's important enough that you need to share it, you should be accessing your burner, Unless it's
Um,
emergency, and then it goes through personal phones.
yes, you could also probably set up a document. I know listen, it's going to be a lot of front end work.
Mm.
Whether you do it on your main phone or you do it through Godmail, if you will. Setting up a document that everybody can send you messages. It might almost be easier just for
Yes.
everybody to send you a document separately, though, wouldn't it?
Well, what I was going to do this evening was to send a message out going, hey, if you've got thoughts, share a document with Hermes.
Yep. Also, your take. I've been trying to take a more median approach to things the last few days, last week, really, to see how you and Gator present your thoughts and opinions. And good shit. You spoke exactly what I was thinking. Um, Actually, you and Gator both had a very good beat on the situation.
Hmm. It's an interesting proposition, I'll give you that, but we don't get anything out of it, and it's loud.
It's very loud. Although some might contest that a 1% MC is definitely loud. However, there's loud and there's stupid.
Yeah, we're uh, we're in that game, and I know the sirens got fucked, like fucked, in regards to raids and coke. So I know the cops are looking heavy into that.
Yeah, it's a huge risk. It goes beyond just, I don't know, posting a picture and some sort of hit list. Because as soon as they start checking who's flagged trying to do this, I don't know. I would rather see us post pictures of fucking Maeve on the ground on Twinsta. You know?
Yeah, like I say, our own shit, our own business. Like, who the fuck cares how loud and how messy and how stupid we want to be with it? But to do it on behalf of somebody else for cash, we can make cash. Now, had it been something else attached to it, would have swayed me the other way. But just money? Nah, it's not
I
worth the
agree.
heat.
Nope. But I tend to be more conservative in these matters. Loud. I can be loud, but
Hey, Reggie.
I tend to go smarter.
Yeah, like I say, I'm not opposed to loud, but it's a risk reward balance that I like to do in my head. And I do, unfortunately, land slightly more in the if the reward isn't worth the risk, I'm slightly more hesitant to do it. Not completely
Especially when these jobs can be
uninterested.
very risky to begin with.
Yeah.
We are also looking into maybe acquiring a club truck for house robberies and ATM ripping. So if
Okay.
you're shopping around at cars or trucks, I should say, let me know if you see anything that's. Want to try and keep it like 30 to 40K tops.
Okay, so I am looking specifically at a truck. It's the Bison. Let me have a look here. I wrote it down. I also I don't mind shoving that in my name either. By the way.
Oh no, we're gonna be doing very nefarious shit with it.
Oh, okay, that's fair enough. But there is a Bison. Is it the S? Something something. I was driving around it the other week.
The
Yeah.
15 LD.
No, the Bison STX. It's fast. It's about 30k. It's got decent space in the back. It's a 2-seater though, but that's
It
not a bad
is.
thing either.
No, it's not. Because we usually take two of these things. Or if we go ripping ATMs out of walls, it's better to have a getaway car. Although I will say the reason why I bought this STX is because I like to take it for house robberies or the STX. Because I've gotten away from the cops in it.
Yeah, I was driving it the other day. It's speedy for what it is, for the price and all that kind of stuff. So I'll got good points that way.
Yes. Where did you see one for 30K?
I think it was in the motor. Let's see. I was looking in the motor hub.
Because it might curb some of the hesitation with house robberies if we have a club truck. We're going to probably put it in my name
Okay, it's
because I
gone.
am around to grab it out of impound and such.
Well, it's gone up slightly. It's 52,885. But if you give me a couple of days, you should be able to get a 3% discount on that because it's with seventh gear. I know you don't like them, but
What kind of discount can you get?
well, we got a deal going with 7 gear that employees of Gaby, if they're buying cars out of them, they'll get a 3% discount on the
Okay.
total cost price. Not a couple of grand off it.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on feedback from Joey, and then once that contract's signed, stuff out there where they're going to be club cars or the like. Just get them that wee bit cheaper.
Yeah.
And then one of the other things I got to do is I got to start finding people and getting them in a car and being all like, right, tell me all the cars you own. What's your stash car? What's your keys? I need to build that up because I don't have a good bead on where everything is and what everything is, because I want to be able to hear someone's getting raided and be all like, right, this is their keychain. Here's where you need to grab their shit from.
Yeah, it's a great idea. You can mobilize people.
Yeah.
We are going to pass along to people this bounty stuff, but I would definitely stress to them the risk, and it's not a club requirement. It's not even a club request. It's more about just putting the word out there if that's something they want to participate, but they need to be very aware of the possibility of what it could mean and what kind of investigations it could kick off. Don't want club to think that we're holding back information.
No, I get you. Better it out there, but also with the stress that if you do something stupid
Yes.
that gets whole club involved, then Thomas
And
got
feel free
baseball
to tell
bats.
them, yeah, feel free to tell them that, like, those felony A fucking charges will not be covered by club.
Yeah, it's
And
going out of your
it
own
puts,
piggy bank.
yeah, it comes out of your own piggy bank, and it puts Sal at risk.
Well, I would hope anyone that does it, would do it smart.
I don't think anybody's going to want to do it. It's not really club business. And that's exactly how I would put it. This is not club business. And we tend to do our own, handle our own shit. But this is what's going on. Myself and Gemma are not participating. Or at least it seems to me that Gemma's not participating. I won't speak for her, but
Well, I got the same feeling from the document. I also need to clear out some of the documents that I have sent. I'm gonna remind people at church to do that because I've definitely got old
yes.
documents.
Hiding them
Old
helps,
documents.
but also a good thing to get rid of.
Yeah, just if they're not needed anymore.
category. Pickup. Mojave
Bison.
prototype.
Pretty
This
sure.
thing looks pretty sick. Oh, you can get one of these fucking cyber trucks.
And it has a tow zone as well.
If I had 183K to burn, I would buy one and blow that bitch up.
Yeah, no, they're awful. The other reason I like the STX as well is it does have a tow zone. You can tow shit
Yes.
in it.
Yes. Yes, I like it very much. I love my bison.
I wonder if there's anything in the motor market. Me and this motor market don't get on. Every time I've tried to bid on a fucking bicycle, I've nearly shot someone.
Thomas won a bike. We have to go pick it up today. Hello. I'm okay. How are you?
Ooh, the bison.
Okay. Maybe, maybe not. What did they discover? No, I'm not aware.
That might be one to look for as well. 6 seats.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would be deeply distressed by that as well. Will do.
Oh my god.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, thank you. You too, bye. Absolutely, you too.
This is from Sal.
Bye.
Huh. That's an interesting one.
That is interesting.
I might have someone that the laws might want to talk to on that. There's a person contacting me expressing that they knew Imogen. They were looking info on her. I kind of blew them off.
Ooh.
They weren't overly forthcoming. Seemed to be like maybe a kid, maybe a relative. It's strange that they reached out to me. Me and Imogen were close, but you know. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, daughter. Oh, sorry to bother you, mister. I found your number in the directory. I think you knew my mother. Weird. Never mentioned a kid.
Yeah, that
It's
might be
KG,
worth passing on.
Yeah, wouldn't give a name or anything. Yeah, I'll pass that on to Connor from the Lost if he's around. And also, Miss, you said you were going decorating. You stand here much longer, people are going to know you're in
I
playing
know,
with
it's
us.
already
Now
started. It's already started. It's already started.
Let's get you bundled back into that truck.
But I
If
don't
anyone
want to.
asks,
I like my con time.
I know. I enjoy
I
my
like
indie
my
time
con
too.
time.
I'll kidnap you into a tow truck at Cup Point, once you finish your project.
Okay. Deal.
Don't think I won't. I'll throw that cup.
I know. Listen, you
I'll do
squirrely
it.
son of a bitch. I know you will. I've seen you, wily guy. so close to done, and then I can get paid, and then I get a really fancy convertible muscle car.
Nice. Also, the Bison 15 LD is on the motor market for about 3k at the minute. It's the 6-seater.
Okay, keep an eye on that. Let me know when the thing is getting close.
Yeah, when they go public, I'll let you know and then I'll watch it. Yeah, if she stands here much longer, she's going to get pulled into things that she probably doesn't want to. Right, we gotta go talk to the Lost really quick then. And then we go towing. I promise, guys, not that you want to go towing, but I want to go towing. There will be tow happening tonight. You also want to go towing? I enjoy towing. A little gremlin energy time. Where's the tulip? There it is. Yeah, we'll take a swing at the Sandy if he doesn't answer.
The person you are trying to reach is unavailable. Please leave a message after the tone.
No tone. No tone. We swing to Sandy. Now, we don't get to do much but church in our club car, which is why Connor drives it around all the time, because do you know what? It's a 4-seater. It's the only 4-seater that he has that isn't a fucking tow truck. Also, his other 2 cars are used for club things. I need to double check if they're both being used for club things, because if they're both not, we could take back one of them for Connor's own stash car. Because Connor used to hold all of the club's drugs, all of the club's guns, and also all of the money. He was a walking lifetime prison sentence for a long time. The very definition of eggs in one basket. Now, they've moved some of the stuff out. I'm pretty sure they moved the guns out, but he still might hold the drugs and the money. But we haven't checked in a long time. Ooh. Kicking out of them, that's weird. Connor just wanted to be useful, yeah. And he's all like, yeah, I'd go to prison for life for yous. And that was back when he was all consorted up. I don't know where the Lost hang out now that they're not at Flywheels. Oh, there's such good teas at the Irvine. There's such good teas at the Irvine, guys. Also good teas there. We're coming back to Sunday. Like, where do they hang out if it's... Because if you're looking for OMC, you're kind of looking the Go-Go's, like the Go-Go's Plaza. He did just... Look, Connor stood near Club long enough that they were kind of like, He's like that dog that you feed and it just doesn't leave. He just existed into club. They kind of just like, yeah, he's just always here and he gives us shit, so you know, let's not chase him away. Right, so they're not here either. Is there anyone from the Lost around? Like, how this man is secretary of anything is also fucking hilarious. Oh, the private practice is still in there. And we're specifically going for Connor because we can excuse it by he just needs to talk work. Stand up there and straight and not stash. How are you gonna stand next to OMC and not stash their guns and drugs and give them Ruby for cheap? But shit. But yeah, Connor's been very loyal to Gemma since she got him, or since she hired him at Gemini. Because Connor existed for about. This is not good, Connor. We need to figure out how to get this thing not as squirrely on you. Yeah, we were working at Gemini, I think, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks before OMC formed. Something like that. Gemma was definitely doing crime. Definitely doing crime when she hired Conor on. She was still working EMS, well. And then, obviously, pretty sure we hired on Kenny and Sal. Peter, then we hired on Winston and Faye. It's like we hired on like a group of people like in quick succession after each other. They were all kind of like a club. Then none of them ever fucking worked, so none of them ever had any real money. Kenny and Sal were about the only two that like worked the business. Doing, you know, some tunes on. But yeah. The funny thing is Connor was very sweet on Lottie from the Lost. He was no longer Lottie from the Lost, I think. Because she was very kind to him when he was new to the city. And he will always have a sweet spot for her. Which not a lot of people know. Like, Lottie could call Connor and be like, I need you to bury this body. Not that she would, but Connor would. You know. If she called him and was all like, I need you to do this thing, as long as it didn't break any of the OMC rules, or didn't directly fuck any of the OMC people over. I need to be right, actually. Hold on, sorry. Lottie or Connor would do it for Lottie in a heartbeat. He never charges her full price for releases. Never charges her like full price for A to B toes or anything out there. Back when he was a little lurker doing his Roy impression, where he would just be like hanging around the Yellow Jack's food truck. Yeah, no, well, when I say that none of them ever really worked it, like, Winston did, he did go towing, but I can understand why a lot of people are like, yeah, I can't be arsed with this, I'd rather just go do crime for my money, clock on for a little bit, and then deposit the crime money as tips. you know? So we need to get a feel for this one, which is why we're driving now. Like I say, not my favourite, but at the same time. Is that Julius? Do we see Julius's knees? Okay, so it doesn't whip around the corners quite like the other ones do. Let's go clock home. Because as much as I know people be clocking on to do tow and then just don't do it, I hate being clocked into tow and not actually actively doing the job. It's so tippy, but not at the same time. Alright, Taylor, what the fuck is happening here? Right, Darcy. Do it, submit it. We get the pin message, we grab this. We need to do a new photo, or a new photo, I think we need the expanded fleet. Who the hell is Q? Yep, sounds good. We're meeting with Q, whoever the fuck that is, tomorrow. Oh, it must be the one of the ballers. I love how slow he walks. The middle sack? Oh, that sounds uncomfortable. That sounds uncomfortable. Yeah, yeah. Alright, we definitely have a picture on this phone of danger in the water. Yeah, bye. No, the thought of having 3 balls, yeah, is very uncomfortable. I do not like this. It's not imagery that I want. Denied with your middle sack. How's it going by you? Such a conversation to come in on, but you know, do you expect anything less? Sorry, I need to find pictures of this, your man in the water. I'm actually just going to do this one because it's funny. The tricycle? No. Denied. Denied. How is that the incorrect password? It's the exact same password I just put in. Are you enjoying all of your notes? So many notes. Connor's phone's coming down with notes. Unironically, yeah. Come on, fucking gate. Why won't you lock? Lock gate, lock. Perfect. Sitting on a pile of documents, yeah. A lot of people forget about this gate. And the fact that you can just leave the yard that way. Yeah, it is that. Like, there's plenty of, you know, never seen that gate before. Connor uses it a lot, but a lot of people don't know about it. So if he wants to go in and he doesn't want to play with the big gates, he just goes in there. Right. Let's go on our daily run. We're doing our dailies. We've done our bee daily, and now we're doing our beach daily. I'm gonna pick up this club off the unpaid meter, even though we're not gonna make any money on it because the higher ups. Do you know what the higher ups in Gemini are? Connor. Everyone else is an impound worker, apart from Gemma. It's a tow day, Meepsy. We have a nice casual tow day. What we are going to do, though, is we're going to lock this and we're going to run up. Fuck it. Do you know what we're going to do? We're just going to put the sticker on it at the lot. So, Corbin called Connor. I jumped on him very quickly last night to do some very quick admin. And Corbin called. So, Hammer Family Tow weren't advertising, but they got called to a PD tow. So it seems like the PD are just using Hammer Family Tow as PD tow. They're not calling other companies. Which we kind of knew was gonna happen, but also is very irritating. So we do need to actually reach out about that. And we are going to tout to Ophelia.
Hi, Connor.
Hey, Ophelia. I don't often call with complaints, but I have an issue.
Okay, let me get my notepad out, my love. Give me 1 second. I'm actually with Joey as well right now, so I'm just going to pop you on speaker so he can hear it too. But fire away. If I don't talk, I'm making notes. So you please talk.
Yeah, no worries. So Gem and I have been watching Hammer Family Tow because we had a slight fear that they were going to get preferential treatment from the PD. We hoped that they wouldn't, but we've now had it where they have not been advertising in the directory. So they are not currently available for towing because they're not advertising. But a PD tow pops up, and you look at the impound log, and guess what? It's Hammer Family Tow. Put the impound in.
Okay.
Yes. So they are basically they're just PD tow, and the PD are just contacting them directly. They're not even advertising. You don't know you're competing against them. And with how towing pay goes at the minute, the hourly's nice. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about that. But where you make your bang for your buck is on those PD tows.
Of course it is, yeah. 100%.
And when it pops in the app and is then instantly out of the app, I can tell that they're doing it at Hammer Family Tow lot as well. So they're going with them, putting the sticker on it, and letting them immediately impound it.
Yeah.
Now, this is very hard to document because I am not physically present. I cannot see them.
But you're putting two and two together and getting the answer, you know, it's common sense.
Well, yeah, Corbin called me last night. A PD tow had popped off. He was the only person advertising. It left the app far too fast for someone to have beaten him to that location because he was quite close. And when we looked, it was Hammer Family Towing. Now, don't get me wrong, I get it. Preferential treatment happens. You know, B&B gets preferential treatment. That's fair enough. But to the starvation of all of the other tow lots is just...
How would you feel? This is just a thought I'm throwing out. You know the tow app? If that was available to civilians, not to tow vehicles, but to see who's clocked in, a bit like how City Hall is. What's your thoughts on that?
We've been advocating for that since T. I want anyone who's clocked in as a tow worker to appear, one, so that we can see who all is clocked in. You know, if someone's just sitting gathering an hourly, you know, wage, and they've no tow logs, well, they're defrauding the state, aren't they?
I have my opinion on it, and I spoke to Astrid about this last night, is when people are, even if they are in the directory, they are like impound release only or tow only. No, I don't agree with that. If you're doing the job, you should be doing the whole entirety of the job, not just one or the other. That's just my thoughts. Unless there is a specific reason why you physically can't do towing or impounds or both. Yeah, that's just my thought. I just thought I'd throw it out there because I've got a lot of information about tow, and that's a question that I've been wanting to ask you and Hammer as well, about whether the tow app could be used very similar to the City Hall app, whereas it has the name of the company that you work for and if you're available or not. So it's certainly a question that if I do get into office, I can raise. What the outcome of that will be, I don't know. But I'm of the opinion you don't ask, you don't get. Because you're not the only person that's mentioned it.
He had like a whole tow manifesto. I don't know if it ever got shared with yous at the Business Council, but I know it's been shared with at least 3 mayors.
Hi, Finn.
I'm done for the evening, so I'm going to close up.
All right, darling. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.
Good night.
Have a good night. Yeah, I'm all for it. I think a tow, like a tow and mechanics app, you know, that would show people clocked in, I think is a great idea. Yeah. Alrighty. Obviously, it's not going to be a quick fix. I will reach out to Arnie about Hammer Family Tow. I don't know if he'll be around right now. He might be. I can try and call him.
So, which person is it? Do you have the names of who's been doing this?
No, it's PD in general are just contacting Hammer Family Tow. I think, Joey, best person to maybe talk to this is Bruto, because he's got the stats, but Bruto can tell you exactly the distribution of like PD tows, inbound, city cleanup that the company's been doing these last couple of months. And you're going to notice a change. Like you are going to notice a change between the amount of PD tow that Lot Q / Hammer Family Tow are doing since they're rebranding. So I know there's data and evidence there. It's just hard to gather.
It has sort of become a PD tow station with on taking over and hiring PD officers.
Yeah, and now PD do their own tow again, so you know. They just they're just not an officer for 15 minutes. They're just a tow truck driver. which you know how it goes, Joey. This is not how we keep the industry alive.
No, even I know that. Even I
Yeah,
know
no,
that.
it's yeah, I certainly made I I didn't want on to take it over, but
Yep.
it really was, you know, it was what Ragnar wanted.
Well, I understand
Yeah.
that, but I'd have rather you'd shut it down. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, we can't just close a business like that. You know, it's.
No, I know.
I
Well,
know,
Just
you know,
saying.
in an ideal world, we could. Ideally, I could. You know, I could have closed it down. But I will have a conversation with Arnie.
what if we shut it
Go
down
on.
and replace it with CPCs?
I've tried to contact Max Park, by the way, about
Yeah.
it. But anyway, um, I'll have a conversation with Arnie, Connor. If you can either text me or get Bruto to send me the stats that he's got, at least I'm going to go to Arnie with evidence. You know, um,
Yeah, I'll
even if throughout tonight you notice it as an example, please take screenshots if you can. Um, so that at least I've got like evidence and stuff that I can go to Arnie with and be like, look, this shit won't fly, you know?
Yeah, see, the issue I have is I don't think it's Arnie or his staff. I'm gonna be honest.
Well, he's the owner. Of course, it's going to
Well,
be his staff. It comes down to him.
no,
He's the
no,
one that
no.
needs to relay the information to his staff.
Well, his staff are just, they're responding to money essentially. I don't blame specifically Arnie or his staff. You know, if my boys get a call for a PD tow, they're gonna go to that PD tow, especially if it's a
Yeah.
couple of K. The issue is the police are exclusively using them. That's the issue. The other tow companies aren't getting a look in. So although you can, and I'm raising it with yourselves obviously, to raise it with Arnie, and maybe he can have some influence, but at the same time, I don't know how much influence he would have on that because he can't stop the cops from just calling his boys.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is where
Rooster Dawn.
my problem lies.
Yeah. Some. Just looking at what cops he's got hired. So far, he's got 3 or 4 that I can see. Yeah, he's only got 3 or 4 that I can see right now. Summer Rains, Dawn Allegro.
His manager
who else?
Skylar's dating an officer.
Oh, yeah, Rooster, Merv. Yeah, okay. Alrighty. I appreciate you letting me know. I've made a note of it. I will definitely raise it to him. It'll most likely be tomorrow that I raise it with him now, only because I have to go to bed in a minute. So.
No, I get you. I'm surprised you're still around, so I'm glad I caught you.
No, I usually am, but I do have to be up extremely early tomorrow. I was kind of hoping to get the results from the first vote, but we've not got them yet. So, such.
Well, the only thing I'll say while I'm on speaker is, Joey, have a look at that contract. Give me your feedback so we can get it signed.
I will. I'll get it squared away.
God,
All right, cheers, Connor.
See you later. Bye now.
See you later. Bye.
Right, there's it raised. Yeah, but at the same time, I am also of the opinion that if you're working for a tow company, you should have a CDL. Like, you should have a CDL. I think I think Lockheed should have been shut down. Should have been shut down and put out to somebody else that actually wanted it. I'm not saying Arnie didn't want it, but at the same time, there's been people who have been, quote unquote, role playing as tow truck workers, independent tow truck workers now, for months. And they've been told that they're not getting, like, there's only so many, there's only so many private tow companies that are allowed to, exist. So I think it's unfair that it kind of went to someone just because they are a quote unquote relation to the individual. because that company has been transferred 3 times. It went from obviously Apple to Ragnar, or no, to Joey to Ragnar, I think. Do you know what? It's been done a couple of times. Yeah. Thank you for gifting a sub to that poor ad-locked gator. He hates us, guys. That's why he would rather watch the ad than listen to me waffle. I'm joking. No, I appreciate it. Enjoy your otters, Bayou. I particularly like my laughing otter. I think it's the best one that I made. Hey, Reckless. Welcome in. We're just waffling and towing. Also, the war helmet one, also great. I made that war helmet for my little PNG tuber as a joke, and then I think the first time that I had him on screen, the fractured stuff happened. So like, all right, guys, we're going to war. He's just having his juice. Yeah, he's just sipping on his juice. Nice cold iced tea. And I'm sure, you know, as far as Connor's concerned, a Long Island iced tea at that. A little nip of vodka in it. I love the fact that these have trunks. Yeah, I think the laughing one and the weight are my favourite. I do need to make more of them. I've got 2 slots left, I think. Yes, my tow truck, it does have a harness, guys. Weights are great in any shape or form. We're going to the one-stop hostage shop mainly because I need food. I don't know why I'd try and park this properly, because the only people who can tow me are someone with a CDLB. You slow bastard. Connor also doesn't understand why anyone wants the 2-car trailer. The 1-car trailer is too much. It plays too much. Because his hypocrisy stopped, yeah. Well.
Hey, sorry, I was in the back. What's up?
Hey, how you doing, Colin?
I see you dodge. Ah! I've been attacked!
Yeah, I'm helping people inside the store, and then I will call you back. Oh, okay.
God damn it.
Let me help them, and I will talk to you.
I'm just going to keep it this time. Push you over. There we go.
Oh my gosh.
How you doing, Colin?
Being attacked.
It wasn't much of a surprise, was it? I'd be doing. I'm out in the tow truck.
Yeah.
Surprise, I know.
All right.
Well, I'm so surprised.
1767.
1767.
I know, no one expects me in the tow truck. But it's
Not
which
also
truck?
gonna try to. You're not gonna try to tow my bike after I'm away for it for a minute, are you?
Oh God.
Depends. Are you illegally parked? I don't think so. No. You're lucky. You're lucky.
Well, I just stole my bike back from Tamer, so.
Yeah, no, well, fuck Hammer. You know, pay me for your bike back, but fuck Hammer. Because you know if I get your bike, that's a good tow.
Okay.
are you still serving?
Yeah, can you help him real quick, Addy? I gotta talk to Emmy real quick. Can you give her a tip just so she's not sad, please? Just anything. Just give her a
monetary
tip.
tip? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, just.
I love how he specified. Okay, well, I want you to give me your favorite drink, your favorite sandwich. And then I want you to double up. I would like 2. This is great. This gets us rid of all of our singles. This is Connor's favorite thing to ask people for, is their favorite drink and their favorite I also need a brief description as to why they're your favorite, but my ID is 13345. You stay away from me. My blood is my own.
Stop, you have to stop. I'm gonna get fired. The boss is outside. Relax, relax.
You relax. You relax.
Okay. Okay, man, okay. I swear I'm not taking your blood. I swear to God.
Sorry, my state ID is 13345. I'm watching you.
Tip the jar. Tip the jar.
Look, my tips
Come on, man.
are on the tray.
Tip the jar. Oh, nice, nice.
Oh, you get them because they're your wife's favorites. Fair, fair. She like a bit of sweet, does she? No. Well, that's good because I also don't like the sweet. You enjoy those singles. I was not at the VU. I just have lots of signals. Lots of singles. See is. Okay, who's Cowboy Reaper? And, you know, can I fuck around with Cowboy Reaper more? You wouldn't tow my bike. Mister, you do not know me. I would tow your bike and then I'd do it again. I need to call Ali back. Hello.
I'm just gonna let you know as a warning. CBC may be going out looking for a hostage, so just be careful. They just tried to come into the crypt and maybe grab one of us. So just be careful.
I appreciate the heads up. I'll be in the tow truck, moving fast.
Yeah. Yeah, they just actively, just drove in through the gates and then fucked off when they saw 3 of us. Oh.
God. Do you know what? If they're going to take me hostage, I hope it's for a fucking bank or something interesting at least.
Yeah, just be wary. And just want to give you a heads up.
I think I could shame John Vago into not taking me hostage, you know. I know where all their cars are parked.
No.
Yeah. Cheers for the heads up.
No worries. Take it easy, alright?
Same yourselves. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay, so let's find CBC. Let's start a war. He would yes, he would tow it, drop it, tow it again, right in front of him. Okay, we need to call Ali back. this thing does this thing. Yeah, we do need to have a emote.
The person you are trying to reach is
Sorry, Mom,
unavailable.
you know,
Please leave a
fuck my
message.
drags, Ollie. Hello. Sorry I missed your call. I was
Hi.
getting food.
No, you are all good.
What you at?
What?
I said, what are you at?
I just fucking paid this. Why won't it take my $1? Well, that's a problem. It's not even taking $1. That's awesome. I wanted to call and thank you for buying the date at the auction.
Oh. You've been having fun, have you?
Yes.
I'm glad to hear it. So is it just go fast fun, or have we been having some go slow fun?
Currently it's go fast fun because he spends a lot of time racing, but we've also spent some time between races and during the races getting to know each other.
Look at you sly dog. I'm glad you're having fun. Sometimes you just need pushed into things, you know?
Sometimes. I greatly appreciate you.
Yeah, that's alright. I just managed to, you know, have the money, and it was funny to bet on him. Gotta disappoint those animals. Couldn't be having them taking ice for a date.
I mean, they would have had fun.
I'm pretty sure one of them had great amount of fun. Wasn't Maggie there the entire time?
Yes, one of the dogs was there the entire time.
See, everyone got what they wanted.
And I know he said yesterday he was really glad you bid on him.
Well, yes, because he's glad I bet on him and he went on the date with you. I don't think he would have had the same amount of fun with me.
I mean, I don't think so, because I think you're a great amount of fun. Anyone would be
I can be
stupid
a
to
larf.
think that they can't have fun with you.
Ice with the good knees.
Because I've been on a date with you before. And you were plenty of fun.
When did we go on a date?
Also, did you give your phone to someone last night?
No, why?
Cause there were shootings last night, so I texted to check on you, and you not only couldn't spell your name, but you were acting weird in the text messages.
I didn't text you last night.
Check the text logs. Yes, you did.
Yeah, just ignore those. I'm sorry about that.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. He'll go flat. No, he doesn't like that. I'll probably have to check my phone for other texts. I'll give you a ring a little bit, okay?
Okay. Just one question before you dip. If that happens again, should I be worried?
No, just ignore it.
Okay. I don't think I can ignore it, but okay. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you too. Bye.
Bye.
Nah, Connor doesn't like that. He doesn't like that he's not in control. He knows he didn't send those texts, which means that drugged Connor did. So now he doesn't want to talk to her because It's exposed a weakness. Now he won't take. He'll not take the sleeper again tonight. Now. No sleeper tonight. We haven't been doing very effective toes. We're going to Mirror Park. Sabotage, yeah. Assisted sabotage. That's gonna knock him for the sleepers for probably more than just tonight, by the way. One thing Conor very much dislikes is a lack of control. It embarrasses him. He's already embarrassed himself enough in front of Ali, and the man has no shame, which is why he keeps continuing to dig at this friendship. When he realistically should just let her just let her go. But yeah. Let's see who else your dumbass has been texting. Sending that one either, but clearly not as dopey as I was when I was texting Ollie. Okay, he had one good idea then. So we only fucking messed up with Ali then. Right, now he's annoyed with himself, but also not as annoyed. God damn it. Why do we want the trucks that we are in are the longest trucks you can get? Okay, right. Now he's annoyed with himself, texting people when he doesn't remember texting them, which is a known side effect of the sleeper that he's on, which he does know. Not the first time he's been on SEDS. Not the first time he's been on a sedative. To be fair, he was mostly checking his taxes there to make sure that he hadn't texted 1, Camden, 2, Knox, 3, fucking Miss Knight or something, or Piper. So like, have I just embarrassed myself by texting a whole load of people? But clearly he texted Ivy rather than Knox that Paulito Bay combo. Saving fucking graces, isn't it? Saving graces. You might be. Oh god. I knew that was gonna hit. So most of the other texts seem to have happened earlier than the texts that he sent to Ali. So that's why Ali's texts are even more incoherent. That's him really fighting the sedative. if we're getting the trailer, we're going to wait till the contract is in, because we bought this because it was only going to be a 3k discount. But I don't want to buy anything more from 7th Gear until the contract is up and running. Well, we need to pull over and give Bruno a text. This is a shitty horn. We need a better horn on this. Right, so who else is out to? We may as well tuck ourselves in here for now. Who else is out towing? That's the second tow truck that we saw. Yeah, Chopper. And so this is the thing. Connor doesn't blame the tow truck drivers.